It's time for this week's Parting Shots.
On a conference call, Oklahoma State football coach Mike Gundy said that he believes since his players are between 18 and 22 years old, they can defeat COVID-19. Which is good, let Gundy tell it, because they need to get back on campus to generate revenue for the state of Oklahoma. That statement was galling. No coach should pretend his opinion matters on when college football will return. UCLA coach Chip Kelly got it right. Governors and mayors will decide when they return. But the worst of Gundy's statement was his disregard for the humanity of his players. Gundy goes into homes nationwide and tells parents what he can do for their sons, but seems fixated right now on what they can do for everyone else. He loudly told the world that in his mind, the players are here to serve us. His plan to sequester players if they're healthy and practicing so they won't catch the virus isn't to keep them healthy, it's to keep people in business. But who will serve the players in this time? Who will make sure those more powerful than them will use compassion and common sense when making decisions on where to go from here? If these young men were expected to risk their lives to serve someone else's economic interests, they wouldn't be in college. They would be in the military, where at least they would get paychecks. Someone told Mike Gundy COVID-19 won't kill young men. Coach Gundy, it has, and it will continue to if attitudes like yours don't change.
Dak Prescott and Des Bryant caused a brouhaha last week when they took part in a group workout together in Texas. Bryant making a Cowboy comeback? Well, maybe, but mostly because of this. When millions are social distancing to stem the spread of COVID-19, this isn't exactly the right example. But can you blame them? Last week, Lamar Jackson, Antonio Brown, and Hollywood Brown weren't social distancing at their workout together. Players feel the need to get the reps in. The league might start on time. Does anyone really think this is the last time we'll see this kind of thing? These workouts are a microcosm of what's happening in society today. No different from Florida beachgoers who just had to get together, stay-at-home order be damned. We all know the rules are our best chance of stemming the spread of COVID-19, but most of us don't take it seriously, like our priorities trump rules that could save lives. As long as that happens, the disease spreads. In some parts of California, they've started ticketing people who violate social distancing requirements. Maybe the NFL should look into ticketing too, because this kind of conduct detrimental to the world isn't a good look.
Shut it down. It's our new national rallying cry. We've appropriately shut down our lives to fight this virus, but it seems to me that as we've gone about shutting down our jobs, our sports, our economy, shut it down has turned into an unthinking, monastic chant applied to new ideas. This week, Major League Baseball explored the idea of baseball in a bubble. The idea was mocked as unrealistic. On Tuesday, Oklahoma State head football coach Mike Gundy drew fire for saying that he thought at some point college football would have to get back to work. Now, it seems to me he didn't say anything that different from Dr. Anthony Fauci. And until we have widespread testing, or unless we wait on a vaccine and adopt the extreme measure of an 18-month shutdown, we'll be balancing the burden on our public health system against the burden on our lives. Gundy hoped to be back by May. Now, not all these ideas are perfect, and some might not even be good, but they're all met with shut it down the conversation, shut down the questions, shut down the ideas. But the United States was built on ideas. It is an idea. But it seems to me for too many, pessimism has turned shut it down from a defensive posture against this virus into an offensive chant against new ideas, against optimism, and even hope.
Anyone who watched Ken Burns' baseball documentary knows that Take Me Out to the Ball Game can be musically interpreted many different ways, from jaunty to melancholy to mournful. That's never been more true than now, with the ballparks empty and ICUs filling up. And that's why one musician in particular right now seems to be, excuse the expression, striking a chord. Josh Cantor has been the organist at Fenway Park for 17 years. He's a gifted musician, plays with big-time bands, has many fans in the upper echelons of the industry. But now he's found a way to connect with a huge audience just when it is needed most. Every day at 3 Eastern Time, Cantor plays a 30-minute concert on Facebook Live from his living room. He calls it Seventh Inning Stretch. The music is eclectic. He takes requests. He hopes you'll listen and donate to a food bank. Here's a sample. one fan of Cantor's daily concerts told the Washington Post, "If we can't be in Fenway Park watching them play, at least I can hear him play, and it just brings back a little bit of normalcy." Cantor has changed one line from Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Instead of singing, "I don't care if I ever get back," he says instead, "I do care if I ever get back," which is pretty much how we are all feeling, not just about baseball.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.